If you need to remove a tenant who won't leave, the legal tool you'll use is called an unlawful detainer. Here's what it is, how it works, and what to expect. An unlawful detainer is a civil lawsuit filed by the landlord in court to legally regain possession of a rental property. The name varies by state. In Texas, it's a forcible detainer. In New York, it's a summary proceeding. In most states, it's just called an eviction lawsuit. But the mechanics are the same. You can only file after the required notice period has expired without the tenant complying. Filing even 1 day early is one of the most common mistakes that leads to immediate dismissal. Once you file, the tenant is served with the summons and complaint, usually by a process server, not by you personally. They have a limited window to respond, typically 3 to 10 days. If they don't respond, you request a default judgment. If they do respond, a hearing is scheduled. At the hearing, bring everything: the signed lease, the notice you served, proof of service, your payment records, and any evidence relevant to the grounds for eviction. Hearings are typically brief, 15 to 30 minutes. If you win, the court issues a judgment for possession. Then you obtain a writ of possession, which authorizes the sheriff or marshal to physically remove the tenant if they don't leave voluntarily. The sheriff posts a final notice, gives the tenant 24 to 72 hours, then returns to change the locks. If you lose, it's almost always a procedural issue: wrong notice, wrong amount, wrong service method. Fix the problem and refile. The total cost of an eviction: filing fees, attorney fees, lost rent, and lockout costs typically runs $3,000 to $10,000 or more. That's why thorough tenant screening before the lease is signed is the highest ROI thing a landlord can do. TenantScreeningBackgroundCheck.com. Credit, criminal, eviction, and identity reports in 24 hours or less.